Hey guys, in this video I am going to be doing the no green screen trick. So I've got my equipment, I've got my camera, and I'm going to head off that way into the hills. So you may well be wondering what the heck is the no green screen effect. Basically what it is where you use grass as your backdrop. Now I live on a farm here in mid Wales and mid Wales is famous for the amount of rain that it gets. We've got lots of rolling hills and lots of green grass, which should really in theory be absolutely perfect. Now the benefits are that you don't need to have a studio, you don't need to have lights, all you need is a camera and some editing software to do the chroma key effect. So I can see a nice good hill over that way, which I'm going to head to now, and I'm going to set up the camera and take a few shots and then we'll go back to the studio and see if I can chroma key it out and we can get a good effect. Okay guys, so what I'm doing here, I'll set my camera up on the tripod here. And what I'm doing first of all is this camera here is now recording, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make sure that I'm in shot and everything. So if I stand quite far back, okay, and just give my arms a little wave around and just make sure that I'm in shot. I want my whole body in shot because I want to test out a full body green screen shot. I'm just going to walk back over here now and let's just test this out. So if I stop the recording there and let's just have a quick look at how that's come out. Can't see it brilliantly on here. Okay, here I come into the shot now. Okay, so I was quite far back. Okay, so there is a pretty good place to stand. So what I'm going to do, and I am also in focus as well. So now I'm going to roll the camera, I'm going to go stand back up there and I'm going to say a few words and then we'll use that footage for our editing to test this thing out to see if it actually works. Okay guys, so this is it, here we are. I'm in the middle of a field, in the middle of the nowhere, and I'm really happy that nobody can see me, and I hope nobody can see me and wonder what on earth I'm doing here. So this is the first test, the fundamental test. Maybe a little bit of tweaking, maybe a little bit of working on, and we can get this thing to work and bring green screen to everybody, even if they haven't even got a studio. So let's just test this out. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to walk forward a bit. And I'm going to give a little bit of talking here so we can get like an upper body shot as well. You know, I haven't really got an amazing message to deliver to you apart from take massive action and step out your comfort zone every day. Always push forward. There we go, there's a top bit of advice for you. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to pack up now. I'm going to head back to the studio and I'm going to see if I can edit this using Camtasia and get a chroma key effect, you know, just using pure green grass. Okay guys, so the next test that I'm going to be doing is using my phone, and I'm going to be using Filmic Pro. Now there's a few things that we need to think about with Filmic Pro. One is if you don't already have Filmic Pro, then the new version doesn't support chroma key, but I have been talking to the guys at Filmic Pro and it is something that they're going to be bringing in. So early in the new year, back into it because they've had so many requests for it. The beauty is that it does it live, so we're going to see right now if this is going to work or not. And another thing you need to think about is the simple fact that it does actually drain the heck out of your battery. So you want to be thinking if you're going to be delivering, you know, like a sales pitch or whatever, there, you know, or a message or whatever it is, you need to make sure you've sort of got it, you know, you're following a script or whatever, you've got it written down and you're going to get it out quickly because you're not going to be able to plug your phone in while you're out and about. So first of all, I'm going to change the resolution, or make sure the resolution is set to 1280 by 720 because that's the highest it will work on Chroma key. I've got to apologise for the sort of the crude filming, but obviously I'm out. I've only got one tripod and I'm out and about. So let's switch on the Chroma key. And you know, like I say, the beauty of this is we're actually going to see this working right now. So let's go back. We'll close that off. Oh, what's going on there? Hold on, that wasn't supposed to happen. Chroma key. We'll set the background image. Yeah, background image is set. Chroma key is on. Okay, there's something not quite right here. Got the resolution set. Okay, let's turn up the threshold then. Okay, that's what it is. The threshold was down, which means it wasn't chroma keying. And I don't know if you can see that. Look, we can just see my hand very faintly. So it's so strong that it's actually taking my hand out. So let's go back and let's tweak around with the settings and see if we can get this to work. So we'll turn this down to 50, and this threshold setting here is very sensitive. Just the you know, like a 0.1 makes a difference. I'm just trying to concentrate there. Close that off. Okay, we can see it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and this is quite exciting. But the further away I go, the weaker it becomes. So I'm going to have to turn that down a little bit more. Whoops. Another thing, if we move these around, it does, in fact, and we let it get a focus, it will make a difference. Let's pop that right in the middle. Okay, so it's taking my blue jacket out there, and I'll be really, really pleased if I can get this to work kind of live on camera, because it's, we'll just put that down to 49. Just tweak it down. It's really difficult just to get that little one. Okay, and that's awful, but let's let it focus in. Oh, it's not looking. It's not looking good there. It's not looking good at all. Okay, we need to turn it down another notch. Let's go 47. That's 2 notches. Close that off. Okay, that's a lot better. My coat isn't looking so good. I'm just gonna hit record there. See, and as I go way out of focus, you'll see that it goes really fuzzy. But then when I come into focus, it automatically adjusts, and it is looking pretty good. And I'm quite excited about this because if this works, then it's going to open up green screen to a whole new level for a whole lot of other people. So hey guys, this is my very first test of green screen in a field in the middle of nowhere using a mobile phone with no studio, no lighting, and no green screen backdrop. So if this works, happy days. It's going to be a really, a revolution for a lot of people out there, as long as you don't live somewhere where it rains all the time. Yeah, so there we go. There's a quick test. I don't really have a special message to deliver to you. And let's hope that that's worked. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop recording, and I'm just going to have one more last little play around. I'm going to turn the chroma key feature off, and we're going to let the just let the camera kind of work it on itself, and see if we can get the light. See, there we go. It's adjusting the white balance and everything automatically, so it's just greened up that grass quite a lot. So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to put the chroma key feature back on. So if you don't have Filmic Pro, you could just shoot this film on your phone, and when we get back to the studio, if it works in Camtasia, then you don't need to use Filmic Pro. You can still edit out That looks pretty good. The thing I'm worried about is my blue coat, which would mean if I was going to use this and it doesn't work on my blue coat. Okay guys, I just forgot to press record there, so I'll just quickly pop back out and do that message again. Okay guys, this is the final test with Filmic Pro. We're going to head back to the studio now, and we're going to upload everything to the laptop, and we're going to get it into Camtasia, and we're going to see what the footage looks like on a bigger screen, and we're going to see if we can edit out our footage that we've taken on our camera and get that chroma key effect out here in the field. So quite excited. Let's go back, let's take a look, and let's see if we can do this. Okay guys, before I head back, I'm not sure if you can actually see that. Okay, but it's not looking too good, and I've just noticed there, you can see the tree line up the top there, so that is a fundamental mistake that I've made with Filmic Pro. So I'm just going to have one last pop at adjusting things and just see if I can just crack it and get it right, because it did focus in quite well. Problems I'm having is all this different kind of colour of grass that's around. You can see, I don't know if you can see, you know, there's a lot of like little dead brown bits and stuff like that, which is making this difficult. So also I'm going to angle my tripod down a little bit. In fact, I'm not going to angle it down, I'm actually going to drop it down on the tripod a bit. And okay, so that is looking a lot better. Still not perfect. It's still not perfect. It's just quite frustrating. I'm going to tweak it up, back up to 49, and I'm going to go for it. Let's tweak that one notch down. Oh, blimey. Now I'm guessing you could probably use this effect if you were on a beach and you had a crystal clear sky, if you had snow perhaps, you could probably use this as long as you got a clear background. It's a little bit too much. It's too much, I'm going to have to take it down. My phone just froze a bit there. Let's take it down, chroma key. 48. You know, and this video is all about the testing. Testing, you know. I might crack this, I might get it right, I might find some perfect grass to do it on or whatever. So let's just go back and... Okay, this is the last test, guys. Hopefully this is going to look better. Hopefully, you know, and it might be a case of I need to wear certain clothes to get it right. You know, this blue might be, you know, just a little bit too close to green so that it's taking out my coat. I'm not sure. You know, I might possibly have to find a different field with better grass or whatever. So now I am going to go back to the studio. I am going to check everything out. I am going to have a look at the footage and whatever the results are, I shall be putting them up in this video so we can see, good or bad, how it's turned out. Okay guys, so I'm now back in the studio and I've got Camtasia open and I've uploaded my media to my laptop. So I'm going to come in and find the video where I did the green screen test. I think it'll be one of these. So if you haven't used Camtasia before, you go to import media and then you browse your computer for the media you want to use. You then need to, it'll bring it into this part here, which is the clip bin, and you then need to drag it down and drop it in on the timeline. And this here is your playhead or your cursor. So if I just drag that up to around about here where I'm talking, and this is the moment of truth. So make sure, if you haven't done the green screen effect before, make sure you've got your media highlighted on the timeline. You know, if you've got lots of different clips here, you know, you want to make sure the one you're doing is highlighted. Come to more there if you can't see visual properties, and then click visual properties. Come on down to remove a color, select color, and select this little dropper tool here, and then we put this somewhere on the green, and you'll notice those little numbers changing all the time, so you can see what a vast variety of colors we got here. So it's going to be a long shot, and let's drop it here. It looks nice and green there. Wow, that's not too bad. That is not too bad for a field at all. My face looks slightly distorted. Let's have a tweak up with the settings here and go down with the tolerance. So it's down with the tolerance to get rid of that. It looks like my stubble is and I can still see a few specks around here, but majority of that's going to get chopped out. Hold on a second. If I just in case we need to, I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy and paste that, so we've got two overlaid over the top of each other. I'm going to come up to here where it, if you toggle this and these little points on the corners turn to square, that means you're in crop mode. And I'm going to crop most of that out there. And you can't see this, guys, but I've got a few specks of dust on my laptop screen, and I can't see what is what is distortion and what isn't. Okay, so that is looking pretty damned amazing. So let's come into import media, and we'll look for my famous space background, which should, oh no, I know where it is. It's in Virtual Studios. There we go. Okay, and then the reason that I did that as well, I'll just explain myself there. So the reason I doubled that up and layered two over is sometimes what you can do, if you've got a bit of distortion or whatever, you can overlay and then you can say cut a big chunk out with the one on top, and then have the one underneath say coming up to there, so you can get rid of defects by overlaying the layers and then cropping them in different places. And you can really close in on yourself and really get rid of, if you've got a bad chroma key, and get rid of a lot. But this, to be fair, for a field full of brown grass on a cloudy day, is pretty much phenomenal, and I'm really pleased. So, I mean, that is. Let's just okay, let's just get rid of that one. Whoops. Let's just get rid of that, so we got the one there. Delete that. And I'm just gonna increase the size there a bit. I mean, look at that. So this is the first test, the fundamental test. Maybe a little bit of tweaking, maybe a little bit of working on, and we can get this thing to work and bring green screen to everybody. There even if, guys, I am absolutely unbelievably impressed with myself for that. I think a bit more practice and a bit more fine tuning and finding a little bit better grass, and perhaps having a sunny day as well, and I think you could really pull this off 100%. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed me testing this out for you, and hope you learned something from it. And I'd love if you go and give it a go. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and see your results and see what happened with you guys. So I'll catch you later. Bye for now. So guys, just as I'm editing this, final thought at the end, what I thought I didn't really cover at all, is
you know, I would recommend, if you are going to do this, to just shoot the film with your phone if you're going to use a phone, and then edit it out with Camtasia, because as you can see on the screen there, you know, Filmic Pro didn't really you know, get the results we wanted. But then you know, when we did it with the camera and we just chroma keyed it out, the results were virtually spot on. So from my results, I would recommend that's the way you do it. So I'll catch you later, guys. Bye for now.